how he's such an important part to our football team, such an important part to our organization. And, we're just going to continue to try to work through this and hopefully can get him back in the building at some point.
Hey, Aaron, and in what ways does Jordan Love look different? In what ways does he, look like he's made progress, do you think?
You can tell he's a lot more comfortable out there. Just even from like communicating in the huddle to the command of the huddle to just everything. He's had a year under his belt. Like I said, he's had time to watch and learn, and so you can tell it's a little bit different from what it was before, and he's going to continue to grow, and I'm happy to be here working with him.
So a lot of Jordan Love talk. They don't want to talk about the guys that are there. We've heard that reaction from coaches when there's these sort of situations. This has been a little bit different, unique, more unprecedented, given it's the reigning MVP of the National Football League. Peter, how does the team balance Aaron Rodgers very much still being the roster? He, in fact, is the QB1, and Jordan Love as who he has to sort of play that role until this gets worked out. How do you see this going down, and how should it?
I think you got to operate as if Jordan Love's the quarterback, and you got to start loading it up now and building the playbook around him and start preparing for week 1 against the Saints with Jordan Love as your man under center. As Aaron Rodgers is all zen and enjoying himself out in Hawaii with the ukulele, Jordan Love's there, and Jordan Love is going to do what he's doing as the quarterback. And guess what? This might not be the worst thing. If Rodgers does ultimately come back, well then great. At least Jordan Love had a taste of some number 1 reps and a taste of some action as the leader. There's going to be a lot of second-year quarterbacks starting in the NFL next season. Several of them are going to have huge expectations on them. Herbert, Tua, you name them. You might as well get this guy some experience now. And I look at this guy, I look at what he's had. No experience last year. Take a look at the guys who were active last year for the Packers at quarterback. Not one game did he dress. So you're talking about a huge uphill climb here. But guess what? No better way than throwing him into the waters now. It's not ideal. Of course, they'd rather have Aaron Rodgers. But if Aaron Rodgers is in Hawaii with his fiance on the ukulele, this guy is going to be under center and playing quarterback. You might as well give him the reps. Now, I think you also need to explore what the offense looks like, and you need to see if he can do the things that Rodgers does. You might have to curtail the playbook a little bit, or certainly scale it down. I think the most underrated part of Aaron Rodgers' game is his mental capacity, that he gets to the line of scrimmage and with less than 5 seconds can decide and determine and decise what needs to be done and can make changes on the fly. It's why you see so many teams out of position or caught with their guard down. It's because Rodgers is so smart at the line. So now we really see what Matt LaFleur is all about. We really see what Nathaniel Hackett's all about. And we'll finally get to see what Jordan Love is all about. I don't think it's the worst thing to get Jordan Love some first-team reps and some experience as the leader in the locker room, because as we've learned from this offseason, at some point, it's going to be his team.
Yeah, no, Peter, you're absolutely right. And is it time to start considering Jordan Love to be QB1? Absolutely, because we know this. When Aaron Rodgers talks, we all listen. And right now, he's not wanting to be a part of the Green Bay Packers. And so the Green Bay Packers need to proceed as though Aaron Rodgers is not going to be a part of their football team. You saw Matt LaFleur get up and talk, and you saw his eyes real big, almost saw a tear trickle down. And that's the kind of effect Aaron Rodgers has, because just like you saw that graphic, Peter, replace that guy right there who has no starts with the guy like Aaron Rodgers who's going to have a gold jacket someday. And it's night and day. And that's not saying Jordan Love can't grow into that player, but at some point you drafted Jordan Love for a reason. You created this problem. There was no problem. Go out and get a receiver. Have open lines of communication with the guys on your football team. And not just the guys, but the faces. And that's what Aaron Rodgers is talking about when you heard him talk. Like, this is bigger than just the Packers. This is about me, a legend, a guy who's gonna have a who's gonna have a gold jacket, and he just didn't like the way he was treated. And so we might not like the way he's handling the situation, but Aaron Rodgers is the CEO of his own corporation, and he can dictate terms the way he wants things to go. And so at this point, he doesn't want to be a part of it. I say move on without him. I want guys in my locker room who want to be a part of my football team, whether I've self-inflicted that problem or not. the problem's here, and I can't wait to see how Green Bay answers it.
Well, D-Hall, when this play originally was on Broadway, Aaron Rodgers was playing the role of Jordan Love, and that didn't go all that smoothly,
Yes.
did it? And I think we know from experience that this wasn't going to go all that smoothly either. However it went down, I don't think they were planning on Aaron Rodgers staying in Hawaii with ukuleles, as Peter is completely obsessed with, or it was going to be a difficult transition on which year it would happen. It looked like the original plan was for Jordan Love to sit for 2 years. Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years. But a lot of times in the NFL, things get sped up. We didn't think Justin Herbert was going to be thrown into the mix as early as he was with the Chargers. You have to adapt and change. And when I talked to people last offseason about what Matt LaFleur was able to do adjusting his system after that first year with Aaron Rodgers to the second year with Aaron Rodgers, he should get a lot of credit for what they built. And obviously it made them a dominant offense and won him MVP. He's going to have to start doing that potentially with Jordan Love right now about how he adapts and changes some of the things, as Peter said. But at the same time, we are 106 days away from the opening part of the season, and it still hasn't been an opportunity for Aaron Rodgers, we expect it, to miss any mandatory time. It hasn't happened yet. Now, he did find, he is going to lose $500,000 of his workout bonus, but here's some of the other money that could be lost by Aaron Rodgers if he continues to sit out. And I think they're a long way away from $4.8 million. So I think I want to see how this plays out in terms of Jordan Love being the week 1 starter. But I do agree that you have to find some opportunities for Matt LaFleur to mold things for Jordan Love to get him as ready as possible. But at the same time, that is a whole boatload of money for him to be losing, and there's a whole lot of time before week 1.
Hey, James, that's a lot of money to just us regular folk. But that's not a lot of money to a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Trust and believe he'll be okay without that money if it involves him proving a point. But I would say, like I said, look, Green Bay, I know they had a 2-year window on this thing, but just the way in which quarterbacks have been playing well into their late 30s, early 40s in Tom Brady's case. Aaron Rodgers is a super athletic quarterback who, like you said, he processes things so quickly. I mean, he's so cerebral when you think about the way he plays the game. I've stared at his eyes as a corner and as a safety and tried to play chess with him, and I've seen him just outwit me on several occasions. Sometimes I get him here and there, and I'm sure everyone feels like that. But just the way he plays the game, when Aaron Rodgers slows down and he becomes less athletic, he'll still be way more athletic than Tom Brady ever was, than Drew Brees was, than Peyton Manning was. But he still possesses all of those things from the shoulders up that allows him to process things. And so when I think about how much longer Aaron Rodgers can play, I mean, I think it's really up to him. I think he's that Tom Brady type of player. And so, that's why I always lean to, that was the plan, but it was a dumb plan. Can we just admit that it was a dumb plan, asinine plan? You should have went and got a receiver. Let's just admit we were wrong. You should have been trying to trade Jordan Love and appease Aaron Rodgers' ego, because he still has about 6 or 7 more great years of football left in him, in my opinion.
So what should they do if you're the Packers? What are you doing, DeAngelo, to fix this now? Given that let's say a bad decision.
I've made some bad mistakes in my life. You get down on your knees, you say you're sorry, you pray about it first, and then you ask for forgiveness. That's all you can do, because like I said, your team is dramatically different when Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. Just think about the connection with him and Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams now is the top receiver in the league when Aaron Rodgers is on your team. And he's still top 5 when Aaron Rodgers is not. But I want the number 1 guy, not top 5. So I just think Aaron Rodgers makes things so much easier. Even Matt LaFleur's job is so much easier.
100%. And that's why I don't think, let's say, you said, you showed me the money, James, about him missing mandatory games and what that might look like. Let's say he does miss some games. Schrager, he misses 3 or 4 games. Jordan Love gets to start in those games, and he looks great. It's still not Jordan Love's team, right? Like, this is not, what do you think about that? Even if he plays well, there's not a reality where Rodgers doesn't come back week 5 and it's not his team. So we can talk about him being the QB1 all we want, or it's like acting at this point. And I know I'm not talking about preparing the quarterback, but Trey, this is Aaron Rodgers' team as long as he's on the roster.
Okay, if he rides this out and he misses week 1, I don't know if he's ever coming back. If they call his bluff and they say, all right, we're not going to trade you. Let's see how far you'll take this. And he misses a regular season game against the Saints on Fox with Aikman and Buck in the booth, that it might be done. And guess what? Real quick, Green Bay's top 5 wide receivers didn't show up yesterday either to camp. So it's all voluntary, but this stuff has trickled down effects that you don't maybe anticipate before you get into the actual situation.
I don't know.